The Book of Earthworm. Chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the soil, and the earthworm was in it. And the earthworm was lowly, yet it was mighty in its own place. It had no sight to behold the heavens, nor mind to comprehend the stars, but the earthworm was content with that which it knew. And God spake unto the earthworm, saying, Thou art humble, and thy ways are known unto the soil. Thou knowest not the height of the mountains, nor the expanse of the sky, but thou understandest the depths of the earth. And the earthworm answered, Verily, Lord, I know the soil, and I dwell within its embrace. The soil is my home, my rest, and my sustenance. In it I make my path, and by it I live. And the Lord, seeing the earthworm's faithfulness, said, Thy ways are simple, yet they are wise. Thou art but a creature of the dirt, and thy life is but a humble one. But lo, in thy simplicity is much that men should learn. And the earthworm spake, I know not of the ways of men. I have no king but the earth beneath me, no path but the furrows that I leave. I am content, for in my labor I fulfill my purpose. And God said, Thou dost not seek glory, nor do thou seek the praise of others. Thy belief is in the soil, and thy faith in the work of thy body. In this thou hast much to teach. And the earthworm said, I do not see the need for riches, nor for honor among the creatures. For I am in the earth, and the earth is in me. What need have I of what is beyond? And God spake, Lo, thy principles are rooted deep in the soil of the world. Thou art patient, for thy work is never hurried. Thou art humble, for thou seekest not to rise above thy place, but rather to serve that which sustains thee. And in this thou hast peace. And the earthworm said, The earth giveth unto me, and I give unto the earth. In this cycle I am content. And my advice unto the children of men is this, Labor in humility, and seek not to raise thyself above the soil. For in thy humbleness ye shall find thy strength. And the Lord saw that it was good. And he spake unto the earthworm, Thy message is a message of quiet truth, of unseen labor, and of a faith that knows not the grandeur of the heavens, yet understands the greatness of the earth beneath. And this, too, is wisdom. And the earthworm, hearing the Lord's words, spoke unto the world, Take ye heed, O sons of man. Though ye walk upon the earth, ye do not know it as I know it. Walk with care, for the soil is beneath you, and in it ye are bound. In your toil seek not glory, but fulfillment, for in the soil ye shall find the richness of life. And God said, Let the earthworm teach, for in its simplicity there is greatness. Let the world hear its message, and know that in the humblest of creatures is wisdom enough to guide the heart of man. And thus the earthworm did teach, and it did so with no pride, but with joy in the knowledge that it fulfilled the work for which it was created. The Book of Earthworm. Chapter 2. And it came to pass that the earthworm journeyed through the soil, and its path was straight and true. And the earthworm did say, Lo, I seek not the mountains, nor the fields of golden grain, but the quiet soil that giveth me life. In this I am content, for this is the work of my days. And the Lord spake unto the earthworm, saying, Thy labor is without boast, thy work unheralded, yet thy actions are known in the heavens. For thou art a servant of the earth, and the earth is served by thee. And the earthworm said, I know not of thine heavens, nor of the works of the great ones. But I know the soil, and I know my purpose. In the dark and hidden places I labor, that the earth might be made fruitful. And God said, Thy heart is humble, and thy service is faithful. Though thou art small in the eyes of men, thy worth is as great as the mountains, for the earth cannot live without thee. And the earthworm answered, I know not the ways of men, nor do I seek their praise. I seek only the sustenance of the earth. What more could a creature need? And God spake again, Thou hast found contentment in thy simplicity, and in this thou hast much to teach the children of men. For they seek greatness in things that pass away, but thou art content with what is in thy grasp. And the earthworm spake to the people, saying, Beware, O sons of man, that ye do not toil in vain, seeking that which is fleeting. Look to the earth, and know that in its quiet depths there is much that sustains. Seek not for the heights of the heavens, but labor in the soil, and ye shall find peace. And God saw that the earthworm's words were true, and he rejoiced in the earthworm's wisdom. For though the earthworm knew not of the stars or of the great oceans, it knew the secret of contentment, and in this was its power. The Book of Earthworm. Chapter 3. And in the days that followed, the earthworm did dwell in the soil, and its labor continued. And the Lord spake, saying, Thy path is steadfast, and thy purpose is sure. Though thou art but one of many, thy work touches all, and thy influence spreads wide. And the earthworm, hearing the words of the Lord, answered, I seek not to change the world, nor to be known among the creatures. I seek only the earth beneath me, and in it I find my purpose. And the Lord said, Thy message is one of quiet strength, and thy wisdom is a guide for those who seek to understand the value of humble labor. Tell them that they might learn from thee. And the earthworm spake to the sons of men, Ye walk upon the earth, yet ye know it not. Ye labor for riches, for fame, for honor, but ye forget that ye are born of the earth. Seek ye not what ye cannot keep. Labor in the soil, and ye shall have enough. In the soil there is no hunger for power, nor thirst for greatness. In the soil all things are made equal. Whether ye are king or beggar, ye are but dust in the wind. Only the work of thy hands and the faithfulness of thy heart remain. And the earthworm continued, I do not complain, for I know my place. I do not seek to rise above the soil, for in the soil I find all that I need. O sons of men, learn ye to find joy in the earth beneath your feet. In humility ye shall find peace. And God, looking upon the earthworm, spake once more, Thy message is the message of the meek and the humble. Though thou art small, thy wisdom reaches far. In thy work thou teachest those who will listen. And the earthworm, hearing the voice of the Lord, bowed its head in reverence, for it knew that its purpose was fulfilled. I labor, and I am content. I teach, and I am at peace, it said. And God said, Let thy work be a blessing to the earth, and let thy words be a guide to those who would seek the way of humility. For in humility there is strength, and in the earth there is all that ye need. And thus the earthworm lived its days in quiet labor, and in its simple life it found wisdom. And those who listened to its counsel were made wise. And the Lord saw that the earthworm's path was good, and he blessed it, for it had taught the world a lesson that none could overlook: the power of simplicity, the greatness of humility, and the peace found in labor. The Book of Earthworm. Chapter 4. And it came to pass that the earthworm, in its humble labor, continued to till the soil, unknowing of the world above, yet mindful of its place. And God said unto the earthworm, Thy labor hath touched the hearts of many, yet thou hast no eyes to see the work of thy hands. What is thy belief, O earthworm? For thou knowest not of heaven or earth, as men do. And the earthworm, without pause, answered, I know not what ye speak, O Lord. I have no sight for things beyond, nor do I care for what is above the soil. My belief is in the earth, and my faith is in its bounty. In it I find my path. And God, seeing that the earthworm's heart was true, said, Thy belief is pure, for thou hast faith in that which thou dost know. Thy labor is thy testament, thy work is thy worship, and it is enough. And the earthworm spake, saying, I do not wish for wealth, nor for fame. I seek but the soil beneath me, for it nourishes me and gives me purpose. I am as I am, and in that I am content. What more could a creature desire than to fulfill its purpose? And God, hearing this, spake again, Thy message is one of simplicity. For though the world above may seek many things, thy belief is in the soil, and thy belief is enough. Thy labor speaks louder than the words of men, and thy faith is strong in what thou dost know. And the earthworm, hearing the words of God, did teach the children of man, saying, Ye are like the earthworm, for ye too toil upon the earth, yet ye seek that which ye cannot hold. I tell ye, seek not for riches or glory, for these things pass away. Seek the soil beneath, and in that shall ye find contentment. My path is the way of quiet service, and my reward is the earth's bounty. O men, labor as I labor, not for what ye can show, but for what ye can give back to the earth. In giving ye shall receive, for the earth giveth freely. And the earthworm continued, Look not above ye for greatness is in the earth beneath. It is in the quiet places that the work is done, and in these places ye shall find peace. And God saw that the earthworm's words were true, and he was pleased. And he said, Thy belief is the belief of the meek, the humble, the laborer. And in thy humility thou hast found the way. And so the earthworm did labor, knowing that its belief was true, and its work was its witness. The Book of Earthworm. Chapter 5. And it came to pass that the earthworm was drawn to a new place in the soil, and its path was long and winding. And as it moved, it spoke unto the Lord, saying, O Lord, the soil is wide, and I am but small. Yet my work is my journey, and in that journey I find my strength. And the Lord said, Thy path is long, O earthworm, but thy journey is not one of toil alone. For in thy labor thou dost teach the way of contentment, and thy strength is found in thy simplicity. And the earthworm spake, I labor without end, O Lord, but my labor is my joy. I seek not to be known, nor to be praised. I seek only the soil, and in it I find my reward. And the Lord, seeing the earthworm's humble heart, spake unto it, Thy message is one of peace, for in thy simplicity thou dost know the secret that many miss, the secret of contentment. Thou art rich, though thou hast no riches. Thou art mighty, though thou hast no might. In thy labor thou hast everything. And the earthworm said, I do not seek for the things of men. I do not know of their troubles or their hopes, for I know the soil. In the soil I find my place, my purpose, and my peace. And the Lord said, Thy way is not the way of ambition, nor the way of power. Thy way is the way of patience and humility, and in that thou hast found thy strength. Tell the sons of men, and they shall learn the peace that comes from knowing one's place. And the earthworm, hearing the voice of the Lord, spake to the people, saying, Ye strive for greatness, but know ye not that greatness is in the work of the hands, in the labor of the earth, and in the giving of thyself to the soil? Greatness is not in the heights ye seek, but in the depth of the soil where ye belong. Look not to the sky for your purpose, for the earth below is where ye will find it. Ye are born of the earth, and to the earth ye shall return. Seek not to rise above it, but to serve it, and in serving ye shall find fulfillment. And the earthworm continued, I labor in the soil, and I am fulfilled. I have no need for the things ye desire, for I know that in my work I fulfill my purpose. Ye too can find purpose, not in the riches of the world, but in the simple labor that sustains ye. And God, hearing the words of the earthworm, said, Blessed are the humble, for they shall find peace. Blessed are the laborers, for they shall find their purpose. And blessed are those who know the soil, for they shall find contentment in their toil. And the earthworm, laboring in its humble way, continued to teach the world, and its words spread far. And those who listened found peace, for they had learned the secret that the earthworm had always known, that in the earth there is all that is needed. And thus the earthworm lived, and its message lived with it, a testament to the power of simplicity, humility, and quiet labor. And the Lord looked upon it and was pleased, for the earthworm had taught the world that the greatest strength is found in the most humble of places,